Welcome back to our Bulldog Spotlight. Here's Keke Fletcher joining us, and the first thing, I don't even have to ask a question or even get a response. The smile, always smiling. I don't think she's ever had a bad day. Have you ever had a bad day here on campus?
Yeah, but I try to smile.
Even through the bad days?
If I can't control it, then why worry? So that's what I try to stay with.
Spoken as a underclassman, or I'm sorry, an upperclassman. When you were a freshman, did you smile as much as well, or were you just timid and scared?
No. Well, see, I redshirted my freshman year, so there wasn't really much to be scared about. So I think I smiled then.
And you got hurt in high school coming into here, right? What happened? Tell me about that.
So freshman year of high school, I tore my ACL. Then sophomore year, I tore it again. So coming into college freshman year, I had tore my ACL, but I guess because I had no fibers from the previous tear, I didn't feel it. And so during the check, they were like, something's feels a little loose, so tore my ACL again.
Do you feel that sitting out that as much as you have, Keke, that you have perhaps learned something? I talk with my baseball players all the time about the mental and physical aspect of sports. So what did you learn, and did you learn anything by not playing?
Mentally, I think it helped a lot. I know y'all know about Derrick Rose or whatever, and how he felt like he was invincible, and then after his injury, it brought him back down. So I think dealing with the injury helps, just like you're human or whatever. You're not perfect. And then basketball-wise, it was easier to learn the offense. Like I have a whole year to learn it. And we run to Princeton, so it's pretty difficult to learn.
All right, let's talk about the defense.
Okay.
Because none of my girls here have played defense until they got to college. No. Now everybody plays defense. But they were all. Krista had a great answer. She was at the top of a 1-2-2 zone, and then she comes here and she's the best defensive player. What kind of adjustment was that for you? I'm sure you're a pretty good scorer and rebounder in high school.
Yeah, I played the 5 in high school.
Right.
So, and I played with Lydia and Amar, and our coach. We learned defense. Like we had to play defense. So it wasn't that big of a transition. And then for me, already coming from previous injuries, it was just something I was used to, just kind of got normal to do. So.
Keke Fletcher is our guest here in our Bulldog Spotlight. Keke's not your birth name. What is your birth name? But I know what it is, but I want you to pronounce it.
Kiera.
Kiera. Who on your team? Does anybody on the team call you Kiera?
My teachers call me Keke. I don't think anybody calls me Kiera.
Okay.
Maybe a friend when they're mad at me or something. I don't know. Other than that,
no one's gonna be mad. What's your experience like as a student athlete, not just an athlete, but student athlete? How difficult is that to juggle?
It's not too hard. I mean, I really don't study as much as I should. However, like the smarts kind of come to me, if that makes sense. So when I don't study, it kind of pays off. Not saying you should always study, but with me, it wasn't as hard because I was just good at like doing work, like math and that stuff. It was just easy for me. So it wasn't too bad, but I know for a lot of people, it's hard just because basketball is so time consuming and you have to find time for your studies and all that. So,
when you look back, is Samford incredibly the right choice for you as a person?
I think so. Just being on this campus, like just the social aspect and like Christian God aspect of it, I think it really helped me become a better person, I guess. Like smiling. I don't know if I smiled as much in high school. I know I joked around, but I don't know. But I think I become a better person, and just it'll help me out in the long run, like career-wise.
And that is my next question. Career-wise is what? Where?
Industrial organizational psychology.
But who doesn't? I mean, whatever that means.
It's the business aspect of psychology. So making companies work more efficiently, figuring out who's good for what job, who's the best for whatever job. So that's my plan. And so after Samford, I plan to go to grad school. I'm still waiting to hear back from some schools, and then start my career.
Are you going to leave Alabama if you have
Probably, yeah. There's not many. I'm looking at UTC, which is they're in our conference. MTSU, Georgia Tech has a good program, and Auburn does too, but just still.
You'll have to wear your SU shirt wherever you go. Keke, you are in modern times, unlike a couple of your teammates. So your Twitter and your Instagram account. Look into the camera and tell us where we can reach you socially.
All right. My Twitter and Instagram is KekeF_21. So KEKEF_21.
All right, Keke Fletcher has been our guest. You'll see this interview and all the other ones that we do, by the way, all the time by just going to SamfordSports.com.